start with something that I'm embarking on at the moment and finding quite frustrating. And it's called online dating. Online dating is just so frustrating. Waving, flirting and all that winking. Shifting through profiles of prospective axe murderers, seeming to look for their next victim. For goodness sake, why don't you smile? Don't you think it's important for your profile? All I want to find is someone half decent. Really, I'm not looking for perfection, just a little bit of definition. But I can't even get that far with a starting conversation of, "Hi there, tell me how you are." It's your cue to be witty and shy, and I find I can't even flirt online. It's so daunting. Even when talking about biscuit dunking, truly, I ignored the innuendo and became somewhat gung-ho. They invited themselves over, thinking they were in clover. A one afternoon stand? Without being wined and dined? What a chancer. That's a no-starter. But I'm new to this lark, swimming with sharks, once again on the pool. My son says, "Mum, sell yourself. Don't be honest from the start. Don't put the horse before the cart." Now he's got a point, but I don't want to disappoint. And all I want is a date, nothing heavy. But I can wait to go out for a bevy. I'm starting to understand I'm living in cloud cuckoo land. So my profile I will amend to find a fair with a friend, seizing the opportunity for some male company. It's rather addictive to not being rejected, being a woman of mystery. I value honesty and sincerity, and at the moment I just want a mate to take me out on a date. Perhaps someone who makes my heart flutter, but I don't think it's going to be the Mad Hatter. Last night, I've just become a lay chaplain at the hospital, which is a hospital visitor. And I just wrote this poem last night, so it's quite new. They said, "I don't believe in God who sits on a fluffy cloud. A man? No do I," said I out loud. "Surely it could be a woman. But isn't God neither? A universal spirit of the goodness of dawn from the sleep of the dark, a light shining bright in the gloom of the night? I know not. It's too large for me to explain, humbled by your pain. But I have faith. Why? I just do. I'm not such a theologian to answer all your questions. And you can sprout all the contradictory Bible quotes, insisting hope floats, and it's our need to believe. I don't have any truck with God and religion. I respect your opinion. And I don't mind the debate, as long as it's not done with hate. I have my own right of expression, not to be looked down with derision. I promise, I'm not here to preach. My mission is about outreach. I'm just here to listen, having a conversation. Your story of love, pain and loss, your joys, stresses and happiness. I think we're all on a spiritual journey in one way or another, whatever your God or your belief. We're all sister, brother, mother, father, carer, with one commonality. We're all part of humanity, imperfect and flawed, each special, which can't be ignored. So I sit at your bedside for a chat, not to bother you about God and all that, unless you want to, of course, my faith to endorse. I'm here to try and brighten your day, bring a spiritual feeling your way. And if you want, we can pray. These are the two poems I did at the Hive Festival. I'm thinking I might do one for the slam, so I'm practicing really. The first one's called My Shoes. To walk in my shoes would be hot and sweaty, aromatically disgusting, hard skin and crusting on the path I have taken. You'll soon be lost, forsaken. Don't ever wish to borrow my shoes. You don't know what there is to lose. On the outside, clean and smart. On the inside, dank and dark. With a chance of athlete's foot, blisters want to walk in my shoes. You have your own to wear, your own pinching pain to bear, dreams and yearning and worries and care. But there is respite to throw away your shoes, to be barefooted, slippered, sandaled or booted, to find a chiropodist. Whatever is your passion, squeezing your feet into high fashion, but whatever shoes you walk in, do it with empathy and compassion. And the last one is called How You Ever. This is a little bit long, but if you pick out what you've done, that'd be brilliant. Have you ever cycled down a steep hill, feet off the pedals, wind in your hair, and danced in wild abandon in the pouring rain? Have you ever skipped through a sunbeam meadow without a care in the world, on lush green grass making daisy chains? Have you ever bounced and bounced as high as you can, a springing jumping bean, turning and spinning till dizzy? Have you ever smelt the air of candy floss and felt the trepidation of rides all whirly and whizzy? Have you ever been frightened of monsters in your wardrobe, dived under the covers with torch in hand, escaping the menace of shadowy shadows, startling at every creaky sound, barricaded by teddies at hand? Have you ever walked on your hands, stood on your head, did roly-polies or cartwheels down the hill, bent like a crab, or leapt on your bed until the springs creaked, or just rolled tightly into a bounded ball? Have you ever sat in a box and whirled away your time? It's a house, it's a car, it's a boat, an aeroplane high in the sky. Have you ever been a superhero saving the world, a gun-toting cowboy, an Indian, a princess or spy? Have you ever been the tallest, the smallest, the strongest, the weakest, the fastest, and run a race just to take part? Dribbled and kicked, hula-hooped, skated, arm wrestled, knuckled, hop, skipped and jumped, just for a lark? Have you ever had great bloody knees, fell out of a tree, been muddy from head to toe? Have you ever skimmed stones on a shimmering pond, splashed in puddles, swung high in the air and slipped down a slippery slope just going with its flow? Have you ever had a squashy bear hug, a sloppy wet kiss, played hide and seek, pleasure from just holding hands? Have you ever had a wide, toothless grin, wriggly giggles and tickly tiggles, be patted on the head and pinched on the cheek? Have you ever been in your own fairy tale, in magic just trusted and believed, scared of Snow White's wicked evil witch, had eyes as big as saucers in awe and wonder, and that sinking feeling when you've been deceived? Have you ever been an angel, a shepherd, a donkey, acted, sang out a tune and wobbled on the stage, shouted, "Oh no it isn't," or "Look behind you," cheered and booed and clapped till it hurt, or you couldn't wait to turn the page? Have you ever been trekking, blackberry picking, stealthily stalked apples from a tree, built a secret camp out of twigs and branches, or dug a hole in the sand? Have you ever warmed your hands by a crackling fire, sat on the beach staring out to sea, trying to understand? Have you ever felt the thrill of a dark night under canvas, staring into the heavens, a starry night sky and the man in the moon? Stayed up late to midnight feast, not going to bed, being up with the freshness of dawn? Have you ever sucked ice cream from the bottom of the cone, enchanted by penny mixed sweets? Have you ever ate chocolate until you felt sick, stuffed with a roast, sponge and custard, and then wanted more treats? Have you ever challenged the status quo, come up with your own style, or just wanted to create? Glue on your hand a second skin, a picture of superlative paint, ribbons and stickers and all things that glitter, a kaleidoscope colours and things to mate. Have you ever been elated by a shiny new coin under your pillow and shouted with joy at the top of your voice, everything old fresh and new? Have you ever experienced such a season so simple, yet complicated, save in things that we knew?